Hi guys, it's Colette, and today we're going to be working on this Monarch butterfly inspired design. If you like nail art, be sure you're subscribed to my channel, My Simple Little Pleasures, and if you'd like to see how I did this, just stay tuned. Starting out with clean dry nails, I'm going to begin with a base coat. I'm using Ready for Takeoff, which is a peel-off base, and you can use whichever is your personal favorite. The three colors I'll be using today are Zoya Pixie Dusts, the golden yellow is Solange, the medium orange, which will also be my base color, is Beatrix, and the darker orange is Dara. Once I have my base color applied, I'm also going to be protecting around my nails using Simply Peel. I've trimmed down a makeup sponge so it's closer to the width of my nails. Now I'm going to go ahead and load it up with polish. I'm going to start with the medium orange in the center, then add in the gold and the darker orange. The glitter from the Pixie Dust does have a tendency to sit on the top of the sponge, so you do need to be mindful of that when you're applying it on your nails. And then instead of just going on horizontally, I'm going to go ahead and go on at about a 45-degree angle with the gold toward the inner tip of my nail. For the butterfly wings, I'm going to be using this corner image from my MoYou London Kitty Collection number 13 plate. For my stamping polish, I have Colors by Llarowe Vincent, which is actually not a stamping polish, but it was giving me a really good transfer of the design when I was using it, so I decided to go with it. Just going to apply that generously, make sure it's in all the little nooks and crannies. Go ahead and scrape. And then pick it up with the stamper. I've got a pretty good transfer there. And I'm just going to line it up on my nail so that the corner of the wing is kind of down in the corner of my nail, and toward the center of the wing is toward the center or the upper corner of my nail, like that. Go ahead and make sure those little edges are pressed down, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish that on all my nails before I add just a little wider edge on the corner so that I have room to apply some white dots to make this really look like Monarch wings. I went ahead and cleaned up any overstamping with a Q-tip. Next, I have just a little plastic lid that I'm going to use to put out a bit of black polish. Don't need much. I've got a small brush here, and I'm going to use the brush to fill in any spots that I feel like the stamper didn't quite cover, and I'm going to also create a thicker black border at the edge of the wing down in the corner. And once I've completed that, that's where I'm going to go back and add my white dots. For my right hand, I'm going to want to do everything the same, but I'm going to want to reverse the stamping image. So I've got two stampers out. I was using my MoYou London stamper. Now I'm going to be using also my Bliss Kiss stamper. And if you have two stampers, you need to know which one is stickiest. And you want to do the initial stamping with the one that is least sticky. So I'm going to apply the polish, scrape, pick it up, and then apply it onto the other stamper, like so. Now we have a reverse image, and we're going to try and line that up to apply in the same area as on the other hand. About like that. Next, I'm going to add just a few white details using Zoya Purity. Again, I've got my little lid here that I'm just going to use to put out a little bit of the white. And I've got this odd little cone-shaped dotting tool that I like so much. It's from Beauty Galleria, and it's from the same set as the small brush I was using earlier. I'm going to be using just a little bit of the white and adding in a few dots to each nail in the black section. I'm going to add a little rhinestone accent into the round part of the stamp design. I'm going to add on just a little bit of nail glue, pick up the rhinestone with a wet orange stick and place it on there. Once I've placed them all, I'll go back and press them down a little bit more firmly. The Pixie Dusts do dry to a textured finish, so depending on the top coat that you're using and your application, you may or may not need 2 coats. I'm of course going to finish off with Sèche Vite as usual. So here's the finished manicure, and I love this. I think it's just so freaking cute. And it's kind of funny because when I started stream today, I really didn't have a firm direction of where I was going. And I said to chat, you know, maybe we can work on a simple gradient. And somewhere in between simple gradient and Sèche Vite, all this other stuff happened. And of course, all the embellishments that I did are completely optional. You could certainly stop with just the angled gradient. You could leave that as the Pixie Dust naturally are, a matte glitter, or just top coat that. You could stop after the first stamping, or like me, you could be a little bit more extra and go for all the embellishments, dots, rhinestones, etc. I'd love to hear what you guys think of this down in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching.